Hello and welcome to another video on Yusuf Onabekun's channel. And today I'll generally be talking about what exactly you are getting wrong about mental health. Now, I've seen so many videos online that are giving people misconceptions, ideas of what exactly mental health is about. You hear some stuff like you are wasting money if you are doing this or doing that. Now, some of the assumptions I'll be correcting in this video, let's just jump right into it. Now, the first thing you first need to understand is your objective when it comes to adverts is a big factor when it comes to the kind of results you are going to get. Now, typically, let's say for a business that is trying to run advert on Instagram, for example, you are going to click on engagement, and most likely you are going to click on um Instagram. I'm coming. I'm trying to open it up. So you are going to decide if you want to do CBO or ABO, which is your personal choice. This is not a training video. This is just to point out some conception that you have in respect of mental health. And this is a big one that is making most people really lose out on this so-called setting up adverts either on Instagram or Facebook. Now I encourage people to do all they are setting up on a PC. Yes, they will tell you that you can do your setup on a phone. But one of the factors about most of these things, because of those hidden things that most times you might not be able to quickly get it. Now I'm going to show you an example here now. So I want to set up an Instagram account, let's say for this particular client, and we want to drive messages to our account. Now, one of the things people always see here is until people click on send message before your money is removed or before your money is deducted. That is a very big no. Like it is the biggest no I've ever seen, which is one of the misconceptions I'm trying to talk about here. Now, when you set up adverts that people should send you message, what that campaign is optimizing for is people that will send you message. Now, either you receive messages like maybe they click on send message button, either you receive such messages or not, Facebook is still going to charge you. Facebook is not going to charge you per message. Facebook is going to charge you on the fact that they are showing your advert to people. Now, the message aspect of it, which is what you're optimizing for, which is what it means is you are telling Facebook to go and look for people that have high likelihood of clicking on send messages to you. It's the same thing with when people that should click on a website to do a particular thing. Maybe they should fill form, they should make a purchase. But whereby when you come online and people tell you that no, that is not the way it is, that when you choose send messages, they will not charge you until they click message. No, it is a very wrong notion. Now, why is it a very wrong notion? Is because Facebook charge you based on impressions, which is the number of people that have seen your product, and reach the number of times a particular person have seen your pages or your advert. So all those they will not charge me when they see this, they would only charge. No, that's the reason why one of the key factors I always ask most people is how much budget is your budget when you want to run a campaign, and how long do you want to run the advert for? Now people hear that ads convert, meta is like magics and the like, but they fail to understand that I do analogy of metal to, let's say you have a office in an office space. Now, either you make sales or not, you are still going to come to that office space. You cannot pay for office space and not come there and say it's only when you make sales that's when you come there. No, you should see your Facebook advert as such. That's the reason why when I hear people that say, oh, promo is coming, there is Easter coming, or there is a particular special holiday coming, that's when they now start running particular advert. Or should I do a discount? Have you ever heard banks doing discount? Or you hear people that sell wares doing discount? They only do discount when you buy in bulk, which is they take privileges of you buying more than a particular quantity because it has met their target. It's the same thing with banks too. Banks will only start giving you interest on a particular level. Even if they say when you save in their account, they give you a particular interest. Go and check the interest, they give you very ridiculous interest. That's the reason why most people are also encouraging you to take your money out of bank, put it somewhere else and invest and not save. So these are the things you need to understand. Facebook is like your office space. Either you are making sales or not, you should look at it in the long term. Now, long term now depends on you. I look at my advert in the long term, 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, and the likes. I was having a discussion with a client yesterday, and one of the things that I was telling them was that I have a client that has been running the same advert for the past 2 years since 2023, and we're in 2026, and they still having that advert running, and they are just adding to that particular advert running. That is the way you are meant to say. It's like when you have one office space, you now have you now add another office space to it, making two. You now add another one, making three. That's the way advert is. Now, the objective is now going to be what is going to happen when people come to your office space. Oh, you want them to message you. Okay, they come to your place, they message you, how much, I'm interested. Now, that's where your closing skills come into place. Now, you want them to visit a site, maybe they drop their info, you give them a call to follow up. That's also where your closing skills come in place. Maybe you have a website whereby they have to pay for it before you do anything. So it depends on you. Now, look at this campaign objective. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These 6 different objectives are going to remove money from you, but they are going to serve different purposes. Now you need to know what you are optimizing your advert for. So don't come with the aspect of or with the mindset of like, why do you remove my money? I just receive one messages. I just say no. Either you receive half messages and you optimize that you want to optimize for people that will message you, they will remove their money. So that's the way your advert is. It's not about that. Now the second one I want to talk about is respect to location based, whereby they tell you that interest targeting and the like. Now let me scroll down to you so you see. Now, unlike before, this particular place was just one. There was no advantage plus audience. There was no all these extras that you are seeing. Now, when you want to switch to the original version, when you click on switch to original audience, you see how many options they give you, and they will tell you what will happen. They say this increase your potential to up to 9.7% lower cost. Now, you now see where they've said apply values with advantage plus one. Tell how much certain audience are worth your business. Now, they now said go down. Further limit the reach of your. You see that Oyinbo? One of the things about this Oyinbo is it is a big factor. Now, the moment you choose this, you are telling Facebook automatically that maybe your audience is like 4 million. You are already telling them that remove 1 million out of my audience because you want to do the manual original how you always do it back then. They don't have issue with that. You understand? Now, when you now come to this side now, you now see that it looks like the old version, the way you always see it. You have your interest here, you have your gender, you have your age, you have your this. Now, let's say in Ghana, for example, now, you now have a particular location you want to choose. Let me give you an instance. You type Accra. You can see it types Accra, which is Accra inside Greater Accra, which is a city. You now have Greater Accra. So let me choose that city for you. So you start understanding that when you try to do specific targeting, you are cutting your probability or your chance by half, if not more than half. Now we choose Accra now, which is cities. Now you see they said 25. Now if you come down, you see that it is very hidden. Reach more people likely to respond to your advert. If you don't remove this, the moment they feel as if maybe it costs you 5 naira for cost per message for people in Accra, they will start carrying your advert outside of Accra if it's going to cost you 1 naira or $1. You understand? Because the purpose of this campaign that you set up, which is this messaging, is maximum number of conversion, which is they have to maximize your amount to give you the most likely people to have a conversation with you. Maybe the conversation that I have is worthy or not, it's none of their business. So when we now go back to that location base now, when you see that they give you miles. Now when you now open it further again, you can now say, okay, I don't want it to be 25 miles. So the minimum you can reduce it is 10 miles. Now you change this to 10 miles. You see that now most likely this is the triangulation that your advert is going to stop. You see where this circle is, where this circle stops. Those are where it will stop. Where your advert outside of this, because you've removed this is where it's going to stop. You see what they say when you remove that. We also show ads to people interested in your selected cities and regions. For example, because they are interested in traveling to this for making project. In addition to this explanation, what they mean is if you activate this, reach more people likely to respond to my advert. Now, let's say somebody last week came to Accra and traveled out of Accra again. They are going to show your advert to that person, even though currently they are not in Accra. Now, when you untick this, it means that they would only show your advert to when that person is inside Accra. The moment that person move outside of Accra, maybe to this castle place, they will not show your advert to that person. Now, let me show you now. We've chosen 10 miles. We've removed this. See the estimated audience, 4.2 to 4,900 to 4.9. Now, when you toggle this further, you see how much difference. This is from 4.2 jump to 7.7, from 4.9 jump to 9.1. So you see that it's almost times 2. So this is what I'm talking about. That's the reason why sometimes when people reach out to me and like, I chose a particular location, but people outside of that location are still messaging me. What is happening? How can I block them? This is what is the cause. And sometimes this might show up on your mobile when you're setting up on mobile. It might not show up. It's only you that know. Now, when we now move a bit further in this place now, when you talk about placement now, Facebook encourages you to show your advert on both Facebook and Instagram. You can decide to do it. It depends on what you're looking for. And you can decide to remove manual, which is to cut it to only Instagram. Now, just be looking at, you see how we've already cut ourselves from above. Our potential has dropped from 9 million to 4.9 because we want a specific location. Now, when we now cut it further and remove Facebook now, it's now 1.3. Your 4.9 has removed almost 3 million. Now you have 1.3 because you only want to show it on Instagram. That is like more than enough. Way more than enough. And these are the places that your advert is going to show on Instagram. Instagram feeds, your profile, the explore page. You understand? And funny enough, see what they said in respect of explore. Instagram explore will no longer be available after February 2026. So which means this explore option will still be removed. You are now stuck with only Instagram feeds, Instagram profile feeds, Instagram stories, Instagram reels, Instagram profile reels. So which is, now when we say they remove it now, most likely they are going to sum it up with these other places. But let's say, for example, now they removed it. Let's still let them exclude the placements. Now, when they remove it now, you have reduced your chances further. You see how much we were coming from, almost 9 million. Now we are stuck with 1.3. Now, when you now say, okay, maybe in a deal, I want to do, you can see, you want to spend 5,000. Let's say this is 5,000. These are the things that when people reach out to me and they be like, what exactly can you promise me? I'm not the magic because the platform is still the end of go of it. Now, you see what they are saying? You may not get any conversation with this budget. Try increasing it. This is what they would always suggest. They would always encourage you to increase. Now, you see how they wrote this one so tiny. These highlighted options that I just did to you. These highlighted ones now. These highlighted ones. You will spend, you see that these things are not things that you will see if you are not looking for it. You will spend an average of 5,000 per day. But your maximum daily spend can jump to 8,000 naira. And your weekly will still not pass that 35. So which means if today they spend 8,750, tomorrow they may decide to spend 3,000 naira. That's the reason why you see up and down in respect of your advert. But if you are always stopping your adverts, the up and down will still happen, but it might not favor you because you did not let the algorithm flow. Just look at all the cutting that happened in this ad set page alone. We have not now talk of the ads page. So these are the things you have to understand as a person that is interested to run advert or to do business on Instagram or on Facebook. These are things that you have to know. So now you want to say, we all know that, oh, maybe 18 people is not what you want to do. Be looking at how you are cutting yourself. You now reduce it to like 24. Like you feel Yes, I think that's the word most business always use. They feel as if these particular people are not the people that they would buy their products. Now, are you seeing how the jump has happened? You now reduce it to 50. You see how we have jumped from 1.3 to now 915. And one of the rules or one of the OG rules of Instagram or of advertising is always make sure that your estimated audience is at least 1 meter. You see, the moment you're having this one, there is no magic you want to perform. The way your job cost per whatever you are converting for, maybe your cost per actions, maybe your sales, your whatever is going to jump to if you are comfortable with it. So most times, what you just have to do is Facebook, do your thing. Now, when you tell Facebook to do their thing, let's say you want to cancel most of this thing, you want Facebook, you can say, so we want to cancel most of all these things that we have done now. Now, when you have set up all these things, so you can lower cost by conversion by selecting more destination. You see how they keep encouraging. So what they are just trying to say in essence is the more limitation you've set, it further sets them to do limitations. Now, if you just decide to just go Accra as a state now, which is Greater Accra, you still see that this your whatever did not jump to 1 meter. So when you increase it now to 65 back, it jumps to 1.2. So most times leaving this open is for your best interest. Now let me give you some live examples that have occurred. When you go back to, I want to show some of the campaigns that I've done so you understand the concept or the rudiment of this, so that you don't keep looking for magic. Facebook is more or less like an office. It's not a magician. And when you have an office, you need to have some setup in place. But when you don't have those setup in place, you keep looking for magician up and down. Now let me choose the one that has messages. This is one of my clients' accounts. So this is an Instagram account. So let's see one of the campaigns we've set up. One of the campaigns we've set up. So let's open this one. I want to open it. So you see the setup that we did. I will now show you the breakdown to let you know that either you expand, which is open it wide, or you screen or you limit it. Facebook is still going to do their thing for you. They will still run their thing. See this stuff that we set here. We open it up. It's in minimum. We did not do any setup. Now, when you look at the breakdown, so there is a section in these ad accounts. So when you click on this breakdown now, I'm selecting that low waist. So you see, when you click on the age, you will see that eventually the audience that fits you is what will still buy, they will still target from you. You can see from the breakdown that most of the people that converted or that message are still 25 to 34. But if you have gone and choose 25 to 34, you might be paying way more than 1,000 naira per messages. Now you still see they still show to these people, but the core people that are still bought is still this. Now let's go to the gender. So when you now go to the gender now, let's look for the gender. you still see eventually that they still did to the core of those that will still buy this product, which is the females. So I did not need to choose or do this for them. But if you have limited yours, you've already limited the reach, which is you've limited the number of boxes that they can work with. So that alone is a, and when you limit them, you can see how we cut audience from almost like 10 million to 900,000, all because we keep choosing and choosing. Now let me now see the county, which is the state. So you can know that they will still focus your advert where it's still going to. So um region, which is the state, you still see that they still focus your ad based on the money that they spend to still where you're still going to get most resources. They spend 2.4 million in Greater Accra region, and you can see the other ones, there is none that spent up to 500,000. So this is what you want the algorithm to do, but you keep bending the algorithm. You feel as if there's a magic touch. Let me put interest here, let me put age there. You keep cutting yourself into house. So thank you, and I believe you've learned from this. If you decide to book a session, kindly visit www.sheson.me and we'll see if you can work with your brand. Thank you very much and have a lovely day.